Hi, it's Erin Klein from Kleinspiration. A couple Twitter tips for today. Once you're logged in your account, to compose a new tweet, you simply click on this top button up here, and you can ask your readers a question, or your followers. And you can simply tweet this out, and people can start responding to you. Now, if you want to respond to someone, say that I was reading through all my tweets and I thought that this one was really interesting. I clicked on the link, I liked it, and I wanted to reply. So I just simply click the reply button and I say, "This is great. Thanks for sharing." Keep in mind, a lot of people do use abbreviations on Twitter because of the 140 characters, but you don't have to use abbreviations if you don't want to. Now, if you wanted to include a link within your tweet instead of just conversation, say you went to one of my favorite sites, Edudemic, and you read a really super article and you wanted to share it with your Twitter followers. Now they have widgets embedded so that you can tweet directly out from the individual post, but if you didn't do it that way, you can highlight the link up top, copy it, and you can paste it directly into Twitter. Now Twitter will shorten those links for you. If you go to compose a new tweet again, it will shorten it for you. But say for example you wanted to know how to shorten it on your own. You could go to a site called bit.ly, bit.ly.com, and you can paste a link directly in to this toolbar and click shorten, and it will shorten it for you. So I can take this, copy it. I didn't have to do that because Twitter will shorten it for you, but it's another way that you can do it. So great read. I'll pop that link in there via Edudemic on search tool for teachers. And I'm going to put a hashtag EdTech so that it has to do with educational technology and other people will know. So this is a link that I kind of want to go to and share with you. If we scroll up, you can see it right here, a great read, and then I include the link via the source where I got it. You don't have to include that. I always like to. I just think that it's nice on search tool for teachers. And then I did the hashtag. Now a hashtag is something where you do the number sign, and anything related to educational technology that people put that hashtag behind, I can go and look at all the different resources. So I'm like, wow, there's a lot here. Now what I like to do too is once you establish that someone is posting great content that you like, you can click on their picture or their name, and then you can start following them. So it's really great to, type in the search bar, even education, and see who is tweeting out great stuff that you want to follow. Or if you go to a conference, what I like to do is go to this Discover feature right over here and say that you're going to the or you just went to the ASCD conference in 2012, you can click enter and see all of the content that people are posting regarding that. So if you wanted to click on any of these links and get great resources, these are all the links. You can certainly do that. Or if you wanted to see the people that are tweeting about it, you can click on them and start to follow them and build your network of people who you're following, because you're only going to get Twitter information if you're following the person for what they're sending out. So it's really important to follow great people so that you can get great content. If you go to Google and say that you want to look for someone, say that you just finished reading the book Whisper and it was absolutely great, and you want to know if Donna Lynn Miller is on Twitter. If you click on that, you'll see that she is. So click on the top link and it will bring you to her Twitter page. You can start following Donna Lynn Miller and just click the follow box right up here, and you can tweet to her. So you can simply, type in your question and click tweet, and she's really great about responding as well. So it's a great way to interact with people on Twitter. Mashable had a great resource, and I'll include the link for you, about 100 great authors to connect with on Twitter. So I'll be sure to include this so that you can kind of scroll down and see all of the different authors that are on Twitter as well. Another thing to do is to definitely get involved with Twitter chats. Now, Twitter chats are different nights of the week, and what this means is you are live connecting with people back and forth. Now, oftentimes, if you simply are on Twitter And whether you're on your own Twitter, or I run the TVA Twitter as well, but if you're on Twitter and you tweet something out, if someone is on Twitter, if they see it and they'll respond, oftentimes you get pretty immediate feedback. But when you're involved in a Twitter chat, when it's live, the correspondence is going back and forth so quickly. So for example, one of my favorite ones is New Teacher Chat, NT Chat, with of course the # before, that's your hashtag. But that's kind of like what I say, the stamp on the envelope to deliver your message to this specific resource. So if you're kind of scrolling down, you can see the information all about New Teacher Chat, and this is when it's going to be next. So you can join them on, well, this was Wednesday on 4/4, it's already passed, but there's another one coming up as well. So if you get involved with these during the evening, they're a lot of fun to network with new people. What I recommend doing is logging into Hootsuite. It's free. You can use other resources as well, but I prefer Hootsuite. And you can add different streams for different chats that you want to get involved with. This way you can see all of your home feed over here. You can see all of your @mentions over here, or however you decide to set it up, because these are all drop and drag. You can move them however you want. And that way you can respond quickly to people. So if you want to respond to someone, you know, say that you want to write a message, you click right up in here and then you start typing your message. You select Twitter or Facebook, you can do both, LinkedIn, etc. You can schedule out your tweets, or you can send it now. So if you want to schedule it out, you just simply select that information for when you want your message to be delivered. You can also set up lists on Twitter. I like to do that. I'll go back to my profile page and show you. I've got a Twitter list set up for what I call, you know, my professional PLN, or my personal learning network. Right down here, you'll see my list. This is a great resource if you're starting out with Twitter. Right here, my PLN for teachers. I've currently got 42 members. I should definitely add more. But if you just want to start kind of clicking through these people that I have listed, they are really great resources for education, and they're a great place to start following for Twitter, so that you can get some of the best information on your Twitter page as well. And then you'll get that information so that you can start researching it yourself or look it up for fun. Another really great tool that I like about Twitter is every week in my inbox I get sent from CrowdBooster kind of like my data on Twitter. So it tells me that last week I gained 146 followers, I had 120 retweets of information that I was sending out, and 156 people mentioned me. I can go directly to my dashboard on CrowdBooster, and it will give me additional information that's really personal to my account and really helpful for me. So I can go to my impressions that I've received, I can invite friends, I can see who my top retweeters are, I can see exactly a graph of how my tweets are doing, and I can send out tweets directly from here. So if I go to my follower growth, my impressions for my tweets, my top retweeters, I can thank these people for all the retweets that they're doing, and I can see who has the most influence, and you can really, I mean, get into it if you want to. I've just been using this for about 2 weeks, but I really like it so far. Another thing that I definitely recommend doing is signing up for the LI paper. And TVA does have one, and I have one for Kleinspiration as well. It's just more like a magazine. It curates all of your Twitter posts and all of your retweets and everything, and puts them in a more easy format to read. So you can now click on any of these posts. You can click the stories, the headlines, you know, technology, education, science, and it's just a really fun way to kind of view the content. And you can click on any one of these and you get brought directly to the site. So it's a really fun way. I definitely recommend subscribing to this, and you'll get great content as well. It's, you know, all about learning and sharing your resources. If you want to kind of slow it down and back up a little bit, I've done a blog post on all of these Twitter elements, and I'll put this link for you. It's Twitter for Teachers. It goes through the basics, why to use Twitter, what's the difference between Facebook and Twitter, how to sign up, and also what some of the symbols and the links mean. I also include information down here for the Twitter chats and the times. And if you click right here under Twitter chats, it'll populate all the different Twitter chats and the websites of how to link to those and when they are. Back to the Kleinspiration page, who to follow on Twitter as well, and how it helps your blog. So a couple different resources there for you. If you have any questions about Twitter and you want to ask me a direct question, if you go to Twitter and you go compose new tweet, you can directly write me at Klein Erin, and then you can ask me a question. And when you type this and you tweet it, it'll go directly to me, so that when I go to my @mentions, which you should also go to your @mentions so you can directly respond to people, you can see all of the people who have responded to you on Twitter. And then that way you can start directly writing them back and really socially connecting and deepening your practice and connections with other people. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned something about Twitter today. Thanks.